case. Yeah. Now, one of the underlying aspects of any cloud-based infrastructure, so I mentioned that in the break just then, always needs to have an element of DR built in there. If you have got, let's say, a voice over IP platform host from within the cloud, you need to make sure that you've got resilient, soft switches that can fail over, resilient network access. So if one link should go down or one switch should go down, the other one will take over. Yeah? That's what you're really buying into the cloud, by having this additional resilience. So therefore, you shouldn't really suffer any real outages that we know still happen on-site because, on-site you have got single points of failure because it's expensive to build and maintain a failover environment. So consider kind of the risk you got on-site versus the risk within the cloud. And in the cloud, they should be removed. Mentioned earlier sort of geographical diversity. Like, is my primary data held elsewhere from my secondary data? Ideally, yes, of course, it should be. Yeah. What kind of network resilience can I actually achieve? Not just network resilience into the data center, but maybe even into my own sites. If it is absolutely vital that I have, for my own users in the environment that want to access an application in the cloud, that I have got network diversity into my own environment, to my own building as well. And how can I protect my data? How can I get data back? Does it make sense to have a secondary cloud environment in the DR data center? It might just make sense to have it for certain applications. Let's say you've got 50 servers in the environment. Would you, if you lost those servers, want to recover all 50 servers at once? No. You want to recover your most critical servers first. Maybe for those, you have got the secondary environment that you can fire up very, very quickly. And everything else you recover at your own leisure. Yeah? Of course, there's a price tag to everything. So you really want to make sure, again, as Jacqueline has mentioned earlier, that you actually understand what you're trying to achieve. Yeah, don't try to do everything at the same time, and prioritize in terms of the applications and the services that are actually most critical to your environment. So in summary, the aspects that we think are absolutely vital when you look at security provision and cloud service is, do a proper due diligence on your service provider. Yeah? Make sure you understand what they do, how they do it, and why they do it, and what are their plans going forward, how they're looking to evolve the infrastructure. What changes have they made over the last 12 months? Where are they going to, and why are they going to that? Are they actually listening to your own requirements? Because every organization is different. You might have slightly different requirements. Can they meet those requirements? Are they flexible enough, or is the infrastructure flexible enough to meet those varying requirements? Have a look at the security safeguards, the physical security, the network security, the infrastructure security. How can you recover your data? How can you make sure that you meet your own internal SLAs and recovery time objectives? Are they better than what you can achieve at the moment? Arguably, they should be. If not, you think, okay, why am I actually moving into the cloud? So, of course, there needs to be an improvement. There should be an improvement. How available is that equipment that we're actually accessing in the cloud? If it's 95%, you think, well, I can achieve that on-site. As Alvin mentioned earlier, you really want to have 3, if not 4 nines for your applications to make sure they are available all the time. Because we all know most of us have got users now who will access systems around the clock from different locations, even different countries. Yeah? We don't work 9-to-5 environments anymore. And of course, then we look at things like technology refreshes. You do your own application on your own infrastructure, on your own side, you need to have an element of downtime to achieve that. Within a cloud-based environment, you try to reduce that as much as possible, where you have scheduled maintenance windows where you actually upgrade the infrastructure, and at all the times the application and the infrastructure you're buying into is available. Make sure it fits your own business continuity plan and your DR requirements. Now, the bottom question really is now, do you actually think you could do it better in-house? Hopefully not. Of course, there will always be some applications that are much better suited for staying on site, for staying in your own environment, for a variety of reasons. We would never say move everything into the cloud because that's not a sensible approach. Move things in stages. Move the things that actually provide you the biggest headache now, and we can achieve the biggest benefits on day one, rather than taking everything into the cloud. Yeah? So hopefully there is a nice hybrid model where on-site and cloud actually live in partnership.